Get promos and discounts from Filipino startups. Check out our partners at the description. Ursel Laureno is president, co-founder, and CEO of Edfolio. Hello, Ursel. Welcome sa Startup Podcast PH. We're very happy to have you. Kamusta?
Hi, Johnny. Thank you po. It's an honor to be invited here to your podcast. Yes, and
Yes.
hello, everyone.
Yes. So you co-founded actually two startups, si Edfolio tsaka si Schooltech. So medyo focus tayo kay Edfolio, pero of course pag-usapan din natin si Schooltech. And actually both of them are parang medyo edutech in the education
Yeah.
industry. But let's start with Edfolio, Ursel. So ano nga ba ang Edfolio?
So Edfolio is actually an e-commerce site for ebooks and other educational e-material. So as long as it's digital, you can sell it at Edfolio and you can also buy. So you can go and browse through the site and look for other supplementary educational materials po.
E-commerce site ng e-books, e-commerce site ng educational materials actually. Ngayon, ang dami kong gusto tanongin kung paano pa nagsimula itong e-commerce site, why are you in the education sector, pero puntahan muna natin yung parang problem na inyong solve. I mean, ano nga ba yung reason kung bakit ninyo ginawa si Edfolio in the first place? So ano ba yung problem or parang gap maybe in learning, in teaching na nakita nyo kaya nagsimula si Edfolio?
Yeah. So since 2016, I have been involved in EdTech. I've been an EdTech coach since then. And what I have been doing is look for educational apps, mga educational sites, not to use for our schools. And I realized that here in the Philippines, because there's a similar site, which is mostly based in the US, that has this community of teachers creating content for their class. And since they want to share this to other co-teachers or other teachers around the state, they created this site where teachers can pay teachers. Parang ganun yung set up. So now here in the Philippines, it's not really that common. And I know that a lot of our teachers here in the Philippines has a lot of educational materials, especially during the pandemic. Diba? Because we've shifted to modular learning and yung mga ginawa nating modules and all of the other handouts, nakatunganga lang siya sa computer natin and we don't know if it's worth something, right? So that's why we've created and we've thought about doing Edfolio and created Edfolio dahil it will be another income stream for our teachers. And they can sell their education materials, and if that's something that is of value to other teachers or even the students and other homeschool parents, diba? So it will be another income stream for them as well.
So I can very much relate, Ursel, kasi actually I'm also a teacher, although sa college ako I'm actually a lecturer now sa UP, University of the Philippines. And totoo na minsan ginagawa ko yung sarili ko mga education material and then ako lang naman yung gumagamit. Of course, nakikinabang yung students ko. I mean, they learn from it. But after nun, tapos na yung gamit ng education material ko, Now, I'm thinking about this like sa elementary level, sa high school level,
Yes.
from different, I mean, marami tayong schools all around the country. Posibleng magamit ng mga teachers from, let's say, the northern part of the Philippines, yung mga materials na nasa southern part of the Philippines and vice versa. And I'm seeing this as a win-win, in terms of the students na mas marami silang access sa more materials, so that's better learning. And sa teachers, ayun nga, meron silang dagdag na income stream. That's very actually useful for them,
Yes, that's true. And I am a teacher talaga by heart and actually nurse ako by profession, but then I shifted to education after that. And so from 2011 forward, talagang teaching has been my passion. And as a teacher, I like to do my content like you, diba? And sometimes isa din sa challenge natin is it's not enough, right? So yun, additional income stream talaga is something that, I think most of the teachers nga sa mga classrooms nila kung ano-ano na lang pinagbibenta, right? I mean, that's reality. But, this is something that's in our niche. It's educational. And what better way to bring value to other people, but, what we are already doing in our classrooms. So yun naman. So I really wanna reach out to these teachers at sana maging valuable talaga sa kanila si Edfolio din.
Yeah, very well said ano. Napuntahan natin yung platform ni Edfolio, yung e-commerce site nga. So paano nga ba nag-work ito? Paano ba first of all yung mga teachers mag-upload or maglalagay doon ng kanilang content? And paano parang nababrowse ng mga other teachers or maybe ng students maybe yung mga content dito kay Edfolio?
So going to Edfolio is really very easy, and even signing up is free. So once you're in the site already, so it's www.edfolio.co. So CO lang, walang co, walang M. And then when you when you get to the site, you just have to click sign up and then fill out your details, and then voila, you'll be automatically a buyer. So as a seller, you have to do two extra steps for you to be a seller. So parang may additional verification status where we need to approve you and see if you're a real person, you're not scamming people, or at least, at least extra verification for sellers. And then once ma-approve na namin, then you can start uploading. So in fact, since we started, we have partnered with independent authors and even teacher authors, and yung magagaling talaga gumawa ng mga educational materials, and I'm happy to see hinay-hinay, no, slowly we're growing. Kasi of course, one of the pain of the startups talaga is funding, right? And since it's a B2C, it's really very hard if you don't have the funds for marketing. So I'm happy even with our slow, masasabi ko siyang slow kasi wala kami masyadong marketing. But then, people are telling me, like especially authors are telling me na parang they're very happy to have this platform. And since we only take 15% commission, so parang they're very happy kasi I know a lot of other e-commerce sites for ebooks are taking more than even 50% of what they should profit, no? So 15% lang po talaga si Edfolio, and for me it's just really a help for our teachers, and here in the Philippines, and hopefully this can also help solve the problem of, yung educational gap natin, especially during the pandemic.
On the logistics side lang ano, so this is an e-commerce site. So walang inventory na napupunta kay Edfolio. So parang magpo-post doon yung mga teachers ng kanilang content, and pag may bibili, sila na rin mismo mag-aasikaso ng shipping and the payment. I mean, how does that work behind lang? Yung parang yung transfer ng items and yung payment din.
Yeah, well, since it's ebook, so no payment, no shipping.
E-books, yeah.
Ebooks lang talaga, digital materials lang talaga muna tayo. Although that is already, we have thought about it, later on. But then right now, it's purely ebooks. So once you buy, you can automatically see that in your library. So you can,
Yes.
yes po. And we just have like a payout schedule for our authors. And most of our ebooks done, it's not really very expensive. It's just really something na naging parang help lang for most of our teachers and those who would buy, and who are interested to buy. You can check it out. There's a lot of mga magagandang materials doon that are really very affordable. And in fact, I'm happy to also partner with other edtech na startups in the Philippines because they have content and they have uploaded at Edfolio. So that I'm very happy. And I think partnerships talaga is one thing that can help as a startup, no, that can help startups talaga grow. And yeah, and one of the partnership na I've recently is with Mommy MK, and she's the one who referred me to you. So that's really valuable to me. And yeah, yun, yung
Yes.
community talaga.
Yeah, shout out kay Mami MK Bertulfo of FH Moms and actually many other startups ano. And
Yeah.
ipapublish kasi natin itong episode na to sa Women's Month, and actually nagpatulong ako kay Mami MK maghanap ng mga female founders kasi I want them to parang highlight yung mga female founders especially for this month. And speaking pala of your partnerships ano sa with Edfolio, nakita ko actually nung binabrowse ko yung inyong e-commerce site na partner nyo si Cerebro. Si Cerebro actually na interview din namin a few months ago lang, and they produce materials ano. So
Yes.
in relation to this, pwede mo malaman yung like range ng mga e-books na makikita sa Edfolio? I mean, is this elementary level, high school level, even college level, and lahat ba ng subject? So, ano yung parang diversity lang ng mga e-books na makikita now sa Edfolio platform?
Yeah, it's really diverse. But most of the materials that are being uploaded right now are from phonics, so elementary school, up to elementary and high school level. And in fact, meron din kaming authors that are catering to the higher ed. There's even professional, like si Coach Lex. He's actually one of the authors that really trusted Edfolio when we launched it, year 2022. And, we have a lot of collaborations and even mga events na ginawa together. So he's doing like sales and marketing books. So kanya talaga is books talaga. So e-books talaga yung sa kanya. And marami na po din siyang mga fan base na bumili din ng ebook niya at Edfolio. So we also have like a professor at Cebu Normal University, si Prof. Nina, and she's selling her parang mga workbooks ba or I think materials niya for her subject matter. And nakita din namin na I think mga estudyante niya bumili din at Edfolio, So parang magiging digital handouts na rin siya or digital workbook later on. So that's something that other teachers can explore. They can actually innovate in sa site. As long as it's digital, they can sell it there.
Yeah. Ang smart actually ng ginawa ninyo na e-commerce site for e-books. So wala ngang physical goods. So basically ang binebenta rin ng mga teachers yung access, kumbaga yung napapasa yung access doon sa online material. So I think that's really smart and when you think of it, ang dami actually pwede maging seller dito. Teachers, pero hindi lang teachers, but yung mga professionals na merong mga online materials na pwedeng, kumbaga, learnable talaga for other people. Now, na ba kayo ng more authors right now? Are you on the search pa for more authors? So baka may mga nakikinig din na
Yeah.
willing mag-sell kay Edfolio. So maybe invite them as well now.
Yes. I would really like to invite all of you authors, teachers, or those who are really very in writing and creating whatever content. Actually, a lot of you can sell it in like a PowerPoint presentation. You can sell it there, PDF. And actually, talagang limitless siya as of this time because it's literally digital. So as long as it's digital, you can sell it there. So I hope that you would check out the site and, see the platform and check out the platform and, sell your mga ebooks na nandyan lang sa computer desks nyo or sa folders ninyo. Try and ako din mismo kasi I'm an educator, so I check out then ako mismo I check out the site and I buy, and I see ano yung mga materials na meron dyan, and if it's something that interests me, I buy myself. So I really encourage everyone, especially here in the Philippines, parang hindi pa tayo ganon ka, or siguro hindi lang pa nila nakita sa Edfolio, but hopefully, this would give them reach itong podcast natin at maririnig nila tayo. And I hope you really check out Edfolio and sell and even buy there. Isa din sa nagiging noticeable sa namin when we check out our analytics is that a lot of, I think we have about 28% of our sign-ups organic are from the US, and these are district teachers and even principals in the US. That's why ang next phase namin is to change it. At least, yung currency can be changed. So, we're slowly scaling kasi nakikita ko parang organically may pumapasok from other countries. So, it just shows na sila doon, they're very, sa ganitong setup. Here in the Philippines lang, hindi masyado pa, right? Kasi it's usually when we say organic, you search that on Google or where yung sa search engine niyo, and you would see Edfolio. So parang ganon. So I'm happy to see that growth even if hindi pa tayo nagma-market dun sa mga countries na yon.
And speaking of search pala, firstly, who are the majority buyers dito sa platform so far? I mean, is it the teachers itself or maybe yung students mismo or mga end users mismo And mayroon pa search function na, for example, I want to search for this genre. I want to search for elementary or I want to search for science or history. So may ganun bang way para ma-navigate itong napakarami ng content din sa platform ni Edfolio?
Yes po. You can always search for the genre that you're looking for. So we have a search bar naman on the website when you go to the home site. So homepage pa lang mismo, you will see the search bar na, and then after checking out like one book, you will see also the list of genre on the right side of the website. And in terms of buyers right now, it's really very varied, but we've seen teachers buying and even students. So one time kasi what I also do, And what I can promise all our authors is that we really market your books as well, or your materials there. So since I'm in network with a lot of schools, like basic ed schools here in the Philippines, so when I present to them our other product, which is Contakt, I also refer Edfolio and the materials there, and maybe their teachers or their students would like to look for something like supplementary materials. So meron tayong school na I think isang buong grade 1 to 4 ata bumili ng books on our site. So 'di ba, malaking ano 'yon, and isang book lang, isang provider lang siya. So yun naman yung mapapromise namin na you help us by signing up, and then we help you naman by marketing your books to all our stakeholders then in the education sector.
Yes, actually what you're doing is really kumbaga parang helpful really connecting, especially the Philippines is an archipelago and somehow may
Yes.
diversity sa cultures, nako-connect yung mga schools na gumagawa ng content and naghahanap ng content, and minsan nga pwede naman mapagtugma-tugma yung mga needs and yung mga kumbaga supply ng mga iba't ibang schools na ito. Now you mentioned si Contakt, so this is another startup or another product that you're building na medyo parang learning management system siya, so can we know more about Contakt?
Yeah, well, Contakt is actually an AI integrated all-in-one school management system.
School
So when I say
management system.
all-in-one, as a school head din kasi myself, I saw that most of the systems that are running in schools are from separate companies and they are not integrated. They do not communicate, and it's actually a pain, not just the processes of schools, but also pain siya sa bulsa. Kasi it tends to be more expensive because it's from different companies, right? So it was also during the pandemic time that I realized that, because everyone switched to online and we have to look for different providers, and sometimes most of the providers hindi namin ma-afford. Kasi nga iba't iba, so we just have to prioritize ano yung pinaka-priority talaga, so yun lang kaya namin. But then with Contakt, you will have a school management, so that involves getting enrollment, billing, you will have your own website. And then once you're done setting up your school management part, it will automatically create a learning management portal for your teachers and students. So when they sign up, pag sign up ni teacher, nakikita niya na yung mga subjects na naka-assign sa kanya. No need to onboard another like students on her class. Kasi si student then, when the student logs in dun sa account niya, makikita niya na rin yung subject niya and yung teacher na in charge sa class niya. So it automatically creates that communication with the students and the teachers. And then if mag-submit mag-upload si teacher ng mga activities, mag-submit si student doon, or even face-to-face, the teacher can automatically grade it. So ang integration and the seamless process of it is that once it's graded, everything's done, and then the admin says, okay, submit all the grades. In one click, it will just transmit the grades to the admin side, right? And that doesn't happen when the system is from different companies, right? They have to at least communicate and know what are their points, diba? So technically, hindi siya. It can be done though, but most of our different companies, they have different direction for the company. So another din na inad namin kay Contakt is that it has a video conferencing feature. So I know both DepEd and CHED still require schools to prepare, for a asynchronous class, in the event of there are other mga hindi natin na control na mga things that happens, in the country. So you already have that feature, and the teacher can automatically create the conferencing feature. So even in fact, right now we're doing the version 2 na. So it's really a very ambitious project, connecting all of the problems of the schools and trying to solve them one by one and year by year. Of course, no, we cannot do it naman at one go. So every time I speak to schools, I always listen to their needs and, try to really communicate with them even after. Yung bang after sales namin is always like talking to them. Ano bang needs pa ninyo? If it's something common goals, then we try to solve it, So yun talaga yung vision namin, and also my personal mission to help our schools here in the Philippines so that it can also, help in nation building. Kasi education talaga is parang lifeblood yan ng country. And if you get quality education, then you will have, quality citizens in the Philippines. So, yun.
Yes. Totoo nga na very helpful ang pagkakaroon ng parang all-in-one school management system. And seeing kumbaga yung parang inyong transition, nakikita ko na when you build Edfolio, you're actually parang nasa puso nyo rin yung pagtulong sa mga schools. Kasi nag-ano kayo parang yun yung some sort of backward integration na firstly, ang inyong ino-offer ay mga online digital materials, and then seeing na kailangan din ng mga schools ng larger management system, so you actually built another product kumbaga to enlarge din yung inyong contribution or pagtulong sa kanila. Now, punta naman tayo sa onting mga stories behind Edfolio. So, I did my research and na-mention mo nga kanina na you were in the nursing industry but you moved into the education sector, and you're actually a school principal in a school in Iligan City. So, pwedeng doon muna tayo. Why did you choose to move to the education sector? Yeah, maybe let's start with that.
Sige. Well, actually, one of the turning point in my life talaga is when I went to Palawan and I volunteered as a community nurse in a tribal community there. And then there's a school using the School of Tomorrow system, which my school here in Iligan is also using. So I'm very familiar with that. And so I started helping. On the sides, I also go to the community and help them with, yung usually doon, TB dots yung ginagawa ko eh. And then yung parang short missionary trip ko na yon, it kind of changed my heart. And then there I realized I love kids. I love teaching kids. I enjoy teaching. So when I went back to Iligan, I studied Prof Ed so that I can take the education board as well. So parang 1 year lang talaga na yun siya. And then I prayed. So grabe yung story ko. I prayed kasi I did not join a review center to take the board. So parang I self-reviewed. And parang yun yung ginagawa kong side kasi I'm now confused whether to pursue my nursing career. Kasi before, you go to nursing so that you can go abroad, di ba? Yun yung mga natin.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
at least malaki income doon. And it was really a struggle. So I pray like, Lord, if I'm going to pass this exam, na nag-self-review lang ako, tapos konti lang yung time na binigay sa akin to review kasi nag-masters ako agad. But, that was something na talagang hiningi kong sign kasi it was really hard to decide at the time. And so, lo and behold, pumasa nga ako. So, from then forward, talagang education na nursing is still in my heart kasi I still help, our clinic naman here in our school. So, parang nandun pa rin yun kasi licensed naman ako. So, yun. And then, wala na talaga. Education na talaga all the way. My master's is also education. Technology. Talagang medyo interested na ako sa technology. And 2016 nga, when senior high school started, I started our iPad program in our senior high. So, talagang naging edtech coach na ako since then. And yeah, the rest is history. And parang ngayon, level up na siya. Kasi before, I just check out apps. I see how it works. Try to innovate, yung mga, tas I refer to schools, try this out, ito yung mga ginagawa namin. So we have that community of edtech coaches and schools. Ngayon, gumagawa na ako. So I'm the one developing and, trying to help the schools based on what they need, they really need. So parang ganun naman yung level up sa journey ko.
Yeah. It's really following your heart din kumbaga following yung kumbaga maybe passion and yung purpose mo din na maybe you're really meant for the education sector. Now
Yes.
on the startup side, I mean you're in the education industry and hindi naman madali mag-jump into a startup founder. Of course, meron yung parang leap of faith or parang courage needed to really push yourself to start a startup with all the risks involved, ganyan. So how was it? How was parang transitioning and jumping into building si Edfolio and now si Schooltech? I mean, ano yung mga differences in being an entrepreneur as well, aside then from the other stuff, other jobs that you're doing right now?
Yeah, well, really, to be honest, I don't even know that what I started is called a startup. Yan yung totoo.
Hmm.
Like when I met my co-founders from another business nila, and I helped them grow here in Mindanao, and I met them at that startup nila na ginawa nila. It's called Carry. And then, from then, parang they told me, hey, so you're a school principal and you're doing this and that. We have an idea. Parang ganun yung nila. And when they shared to me what they're doing, kasi nasa tech din sila, I said, parang nag-meet doon yung because my desire really was to help our schools because it was pandemic. It was 2021 when we kind of talked about it. And I really want to help our schools because at that time I was one of the remote learning task force for School of Tomorrow. So we help schools here in the Philippines and Cambodia transition from face-to-face to remote learning. Kasi di ba sudden yung ano na yon. And we had about 400 plus schools that we're helping. So parang kami yung fina-follow yung school namin, what we're doing in our school, what I'm doing in my school, what innovations I'm doing like with the existing platforms that we have. They're the ones following. So parang when I was brought the idea na I can actually build something na talagang gusto ko and it would be tailored fit to the needs of the schools, then I really said yes. I actually prayed and then it was I asked for from God talaga kasi it's really hard to do everything, no, if wala talaga yung Panginoon. But then I really prayed about it. And then nag-provide naman yung Panginoon at that time. So parang that time, what I was doing was just parang I just want to offer this to schools. I don't even know what startup means, you know. Hindi ko pa na hear yung startup na word at that time. And then 2022, when my partner said, okay, you have to start running the company, like running the company. You know, for me, I was just like, okay, I'll just offer this to schools and, you know, sell it or at least kasi sa akin, minimal cost lang talaga. Actually, school tech is very affordable. Edfolio, in fact, is very affordable. For me, it's just really help. You know, profit is, you know, it like later na talaga yan siya. Hindi talaga, kasi ministry-oriented talaga ever since eh. So when I was told that, I was like, really? And I have to raise funds? And I have to do this and that? And so parang sila yung nagbibigay sa akin, you know, look at this. And talagang unang ginawa ko, just to understand what startup means, I watched the startup series, yung Korean. So funny, right? Because I don't know what that means, you know, and from then on, I really learned. I self-learned. I learned the corporate side. I learned the tech side. At least enough for me to be able to lead a tech company. I know the terms already. Hindi talaga kagaya before na parang may pinag-uusapan yung devs, hindi ko naiintindihan. So ngayon, I really understand the process, the flow, everything. And I'm thankful to my co-founders for talagang being patient and mentoring me, no, at that time. And now, makikita ko talaga na parang very, parang mas nag-widen pa yung vision namin and plans for Edfolio and School Tech. So, ganun yung story namin. I mean, ko personally, ganun yung story ko. Parang, parang na-shock lang ako. Okay, startup na pala ito. And another thing din pala na ginawa ko at that time, Johnny, was I looked for startups in Iligan. Like, is there Iligan? Is it na ako lang yung existing or are there any? And I'm to know that there are existing startups in Iligan and MSU IIT has also a TBI. So from there, parang ako na nag-reach out sa kanila. An event or organize an event, parang startup meetup or any enthusiast para mas makilala ko yung space that I'm currently in. Just to really understand, ako talaga nag-reach out ng mga possible stakeholders and partners and friends and community so that I can understand the startup scene and better talaga.
Yes, i-shout out lang natin yung TBI from MSU IIT IDEA. So I actually also interviewed them before dito sa podcast. But hearing this Ursel, nakakatuwa actually yung story mo kasi may mga ibang startup founders na nagsimula na they really want to be entrepreneurs and then they found out about this tech startup scene so they infuse yung technology. Meron din naman yung parang mga developers or yung mga gumagawa ng mga software na mga apps na mga innovative solutions, they start with that and then they learn yung entrepreneur side. Ang nakikita ko sa'yo, you started with the passion, you started with the kumbaga with the mission to help the schools. And there's nothing wrong with that naman I mean, these skills are learnable. For me nga, ang pinakamahalaga for a startup founder, and I guess maybe some people will agree, is yung motivation or yung puso, yung heart. I guess Now, I also want to ask pala about one thing na when you start a startup, malaking bagay yung from 0 to 1. So, maybe pa-share lang ng onting experience, onting stories nung nakahanap kayo ng unang seller maybe, nung nagkaroon kayo ng unang seller maybe, or baka madali lang for in your case, and maybe yung unang mga buyers sa e-commerce site. How was the feeling din ng ganun?
Yeah, I'm really very happy kasi I started with only one personnel. So parang part-time pa siya. So I told her, help me, do this and that. And we started doing lead generation. We search online kung ano yung mga existing publishers or independent publishers that would want to sell at Edfolio. And lo and behold, yun na na-meet namin si Coach Lex. So like I said, he was really the first person, first author who
Ah,
with us. And he has a publishing company called Art Docende. So sa kanila, printed books yung sa kanila naman. So wala silang ebook counterpart. So when he got our email, parang nagpipray din siya. He was also praying for a good partner for ebooks. Ebook naman nila, like kung sino yung for ebooks. Pero parang masasabi ko, divine siya. Na when we were praying and looking for authors, siya yung, when he read our email, he was like, oh, baka ito na. And then when we kind of talked, yun, doon nag-start yung and then he parang timely talaga kasi he was about to launch his new book at the time na may ebook. So we sponsored his ebook launch. So digital siya. And then parang yun yung nag-start yung partnership namin, and until now actually may konting podcast kaming ginagawa. It's me and Coach Lex kasi parang yun talaga yung beginning ng journey namin. It felt so good seeing that another author is finding value dun sa ginagawa namin. Plus when he launched it, since he already has a fan base, so he already has buyers, no? So yun yung isa naman na benefit din for us. So we got our first sale din from him. So we're very thankful talaga sa Panginoon for having him as our partner and up until now. And then the rest is, it's history. We got authors din sa mga emails na na-send namin, and then slowly looking at other sellers then, like if it's purely publishers ba or independent authors or teachers. So doon na unti-unti nag-start.
yeah. Ang nakikita kong trend share ko lang din sa mga na-interview kong founder so far. Very important and very powerful yung power ng forming partnerships. Kasi
Yes.
nako-combine yung mga skills nyo and yung mga current na products na meron na kayo. And na-share nyo, kumbaga, yung customer base and na-share yung skills, yung expertise. And mas nag-move pa, mas nagkakaroon pa ng movement once you form those partnerships. So, I guess meron talagang advantage in pursuing that kumbaga that path. Now, let's go sa inyong future. So, ano nga ba ang future plans for Edfolio and maybe for School Tech? Ano ba ang inyong mga plano na dapat namin abangan? Baka meron pa kayong mga binibuild pa na aabangan namin.
Okay. Well, for Edfolio, we really plan to scale it, no, not just here in the Philippines, but of course all over the world if possible, And we saw that, but I want to focus mostly muna dito sa Philippines kasi hindi pa natin establish yung community na yon. Although there are groups I see on Facebook that, there are a community of teachers there. But I really want to help our Filipino authors first. Yun talaga yung namin. But then, what better way that you're already there, and then once we scale abroad, so mas magiging extra income stream then for our Filipino authors. So I really want to encourage them to onboard and, check out the site and reach out to us. Ako personally, you can reach out to me. I'll be very happy to talk to you about our platform. And hopefully talaga, mag-scale siya at dami yung mga sign-ups namin, no, sa Edfolio. Kasi yun naman yung talagang vision namin na mas maraming reach, no, and maraming matutulungan sa site. And with School Tech naman, we already also prepared School Tech to scale globally since we already have schools in Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand, and coming soon sa Malaysia. So, dahil gusto ko nga talaga tulungan most of our small to medium schools since the School of Tomorrow system parang nagbigay sa akin ng network din sa mga schools that are using the same system abroad. So I also wanna, extend kasi sila yung nag-reach out. Like when they hear about it, of course, I'd be glad to really offer it to them. And so, meron na rin po kaming mga schools doon. So the system version 2 now is translatable to any language. And I'm very happy kasi parang our team is also very dynamic and motivated to help our schools as well, no? And I think I really owe it to my team kasi ako, I could be the head, I could be the idea, but if these people are not motivated enough to help me also pursue our vision, then, wala talaga kaming mararating both at
Yeah.
Edfolio and Contakt.
Yeah, it's still the execution then that's important. So, maraming salamat Ursel for sharing all of this, for sharing about Edfolio, for sharing about School Tech, and of course for sharing about your story. So, if our listeners want to find more about Edfolio or School Tech, maybe they want to browse the materials on Edfolio, or maybe they're part of a school that wants to try School Tech. So, maybe you can lead them to the websites or to the social media channels where they can know more and maybe contact you.
Yes. Yeah, for Edfolio, our website is www.edfolio.co. And Schooltech is the same things. It's www.schooltech.co. So go visit and check the sites out, and then you can book a demo, or you can actually start a chat. So we can be able to chat with you using those platforms, or you can go to our Facebook pages, Edfolio Inc. or Edfolio, or Edfolio, and then School Tech by Edfolio for School Tech naman. And then we also have Instagram, LinkedIn, and also TikTok for some of our, video marketing. But then I think the best platform for you to reach out to us would be Facebook and possibly LinkedIn, and yeah, we'll be very happy to demonstrate or present to you what our products are and how this can be of use to you. So thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Yes.
Jamie.
So we invite our listeners to try out and check out Edfolio and School Tech. So thank you very much, Ursel. So thank you for this conversation. Salamat.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jenny. Bye.
Thank you very much to our 38 patrons. This episode is super powered by AskLex PH Academy, our official e-learning partner. Get certifications on Lean Six Sigma, project management, data science, and many more. Juan CFO services, bookkeeping and tax and payroll processing for startups and small businesses. Tuala, the next evolution of digital trust, privacy-focused digital experience for sharing identity information across Web 2 and Web 3 ecosystems. And Space Cebu, the biggest branch in the Philippines, global co-working space, meeting rooms, and private offices for startups, digital nomads, and freelancers. UBI Philippines, advocating universal basic income for Filipinos. Ignite Careers, career matching platform for Filipino talents and hiring companies in the outsourcing industry. Mami Q Super Pet App, the Philippines' first ever one-stop mobile app for pet products and services. DV Code Technologies, IT solutions specializing in software development, blockchain smart contracts, digital wallets, and cybersecurity. D-Buzz, Web3 microblogging app promoting freedom of speech and content ownership. Benjoy's Food Products, the home of premium bacon ends, tapa, and tocino. Looking for buy and sell online with Sigurado sellers. NutriCoach, the all-in-one productivity tool for dietitians and nutritionists. And Podify Team, podcast launch, production, editing, and management company helping increase podcasters' efficiency. This episode is powered by Contakt RFID business cards, SeriousMD, Uplift Code Camp, Founders Launchpad, Packetworx, Board Prep, Zayls, and Pareto Consulting. Please support the podcast through the links in the description.